Have you ever been sitting at your desk, fed up with your job, fed up with your boss, and you just want to get away? But driving a couple hours just doesn't seem like it'll be enough, so you want to fly across the country, but then you go check flight prices, and they're just way too expensive. Well, I think I might have a solution for you, so stick around. Hey guys, my name's Allison and welcome back to my channel. If you guys don't know who I am a nomad traveler and I've been traveling full time for about a year and a half now. I have done many flights, ones from across the country to all the way on the other side of the world. And I have always paid a fair price for my tickets. I won't pay anything that's too outrageous. But how do I do this? Well, I use this app called Skyscanner. What is Skyscanner? What is unique about Skyscanner that's not about every other search engine out there? Well, I personally like it because I have always been able to find the cheapest flights using it. And they have this super cool explore option to where you can see what the cheapest dates are to fly. Now before I go any further, I really want to make one thing clear. This process is most effective whenever your dates and or your location is not set in stone. Because that is how you find cheap flights. Because say if you want to go to Miami from November 12th to November 18th, well, you're going to be locked into those dates and they're not going to have much leeway on the prices because, I mean, you can't change the dates, you can't change the location. So if you know the location but the dates don't really matter, or if you know the dates and the location doesn't really matter, or if nothing matters, then this is where Skyscanner comes into play. Oh, and pro tip, try to fly out of really popular airports such as Chicago, New York, LA, Dallas, anything like this. Because if you kind of just think about it, flights are coming in and out of those more often, so there's going to be more flights available, which means that the cheaper flights aren't going to be taken up as much as it would at a smaller airport. So trying to find your way to those bigger airports really can help you and make the prices go down drastically. So let's go ahead and go into skyscanner.com and look what the prices will be like if your dates and the place you want to go are set in stone. So here I am in Skyscanner. And let's say that you live in Indiana and the closest airport around you that is huge is Chicago. So let's go from Chicago to where you are going on your vacation. Let's say you're going to Miami, Florida, and that is non-negotiable. And your boss says you only have to get off from this time to this time. So let's say you have to go from December 10th to December 17th. Let's search for flights. So here we are with American Airlines, $79, $157 total for a round trip ticket for those dates that you're allowed to take. Honestly, that's not too bad of a price. But what I'm going to show you though is if your dates are flexible, you can get that price down to sometimes half. So let's say that you still want to go to Miami and you're flying out of Chicago, but the dates don't matter. You can go ahead and click cheapest month. And look at this. This is why I really like Skyscanner, because it'll tell you the dates, and look, you'll be able to find super cheap dates. So let's say if you want to go from the 8th to the 15th now. Let's look at these prices. So yeah, look at this. For 2 people, it would be $83 total. Now, if you look right here at the airline that you're going to be flying on, it is called Frontier Airlines. Now that is another one of those airlines, kind of like Spirit Airlines, that they are more on the budget side, and you usually have to pay extra for your baggage and everything. So sometimes it could be even cheaper to go with something more big like American Airlines, but it's all preference. And notice how the prices though are even cheaper than it was if you had your dates set in stone. So now let's say you have these dates and you cannot take any other dates off. You can only do these specific dates. Well, there's also the option to search from everywhere. So you're going to go ahead and leave from Chicago and you don't really care where you're going to go, but your boss says that you can only take this date to this date off. So let's go ahead and see the options that you can have. Let's go ahead and go a little farther out because that's the holiday season and it's always going to be more expensive there. Let's go to February 10th to the 16th. That's when you want to go. So From Chicago to everywhere at those dates, there is round-trip tickets for $71 in the United States. Now let's see where in the United States you can go. Iowa? No one wants to go to Iowa. Okay, let's hope that those aren't your dates. Bad example, let's try again. Let's go ahead and do the 23rd to the 26th of October. Okay, so let's hope it's not Iowa again. From Chicago to everywhere, United States, from $39. Okay, so for those dates, you can get a round-trip ticket to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Psh, beach, hello. So let's go ahead and search for the flights to actually see what that price means and what you get. Yeah, so look at this. For those dates, you can fly to Florida for $28 round trip per person. Like, that is a great price. Now, it is on those lower budget airlines, which means if you really want to save some money, just bring a carry-on bag. You don't have to check a bag for a week. Like, it's just, you don't need that much stuff. It's only a week. I know it's hard to pack stuff because you want to pack everything. Trust me, I've done that many times. Maybe I'll go ahead and do a video on how I pack all of my stuff, because I do carry everything with me and I've learned some tips along the way with that. So you're probably learning by now that flexibility is key when trying to find a cheap flight. So Skyscanner is actually quite perfect, especially if like right whenever you're done with the week of work and you want to get off Friday, head to the airport and head to Las Vegas for the weekend. You can seriously find $20 flight that will get you back to your home Sunday night so you can go to work on Monday. Like it is perfect for that little weekend getaway, or even just finding the cheapest dates for your vacation. I can't find it actually on the web site on here, but on the app they actually have this search spot where you can just search weekend getaways. So it'll tell you all the cool places over the next few weekends that you can fly and spend 3 nights here, 2 nights there, 4 nights there, and it's the cheapest flights from your location to like somewhere in Florida usually, and Las Vegas, those are big ones, and Seattle's big ones too. Okay, so now let's say that you found the flight that you want with the dates that work for you to the location that you want. Now, I don't always recommend to buy through Skyscanner. I actually recommend for you to go to like this. So let's see, Spirit Airlines, and then you look at the dates that you're gonna leave and come back. And then I would head over to Expedia or any other search engine for flights that you like. I personally like Expedia, and I save up my points on there so eventually I can get free flights. So I was recently looking at Norway, guys. I really want to go there. So it was from Chicago to Fort Lauderdale. And it was on what dates? October 23rd to October 26th. Now let's see how Expedia comes up with it and see what the prices are there. So wow, okay, it's actually more expensive on Expedia than it is on Skyscanner. So what I do from there now is I actually like to go to the website of that airline. And again, I put in the location and the dates. Wow, so this actually doesn't happen all the time. It is cheaper to use what Skyscanner recommended. And yeah, honestly, it's only happened a couple times. I'm pretty surprised that it just did. Usually I try to go with either the airline or on Expedia, simply just for the point factor. I like to make accounts with airlines that I fly with, and I probably will fly with again, and that way points can add up and eventually get free flights. So if you're taking anything away from this, please just understand that flexibility is king here, and that is how you're going to find the cheapest flight. But I kind of just for fun like to give you an example of how I purchase my flights, what the flights look like with the most flexibility, where you don't care where you're going and you don't really care about the dates. So if you are a nomad or you're planning on doing a long backpacking trip, this is the perfect way to find cheap flights to bounce around the country. So this is what I do. I go ahead and I hit one way because I don't necessarily want to come back. I'd like to be able to hop around from one location to the next. And also because you never know who you're going to meet whenever you're in that location, especially as a nomad. And if they're just like, hey, I want to go to Egypt, and you're like, well, crap, I've already booked a ticket to this place. But now if you just kind of do one-way tickets and you book a few days in advance, one, it's cheaper usually if you kind of almost book last minute because you get those last minute seats sometimes, and you have more flexibility, which is always the cheapest option. So let's go ahead and say that we are wanting to leave the country and we're ready to go on a trip. Let's go ahead and leave from Dallas. One, because it is a huge hub and there's a lot of international flights coming in and out of there. And also we have family there, so it kind of helps for us to be able to park our car, and that's just another cheaper option. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit explore everywhere. And then I'm going ahead and hit whole month, and then hit cheapest month. No return ticket to travelers because Aaron and I travel together. And then search. So you can already see that from Dallas to everywhere there is $15 flights in the United States. So hello, if you're in Dallas, that's a super cheap little vacation that you can take for the weekend or anything like that. There's Puerto Rico, Mexico, El Salvador, Aruba, all of these really awesome places for less than $100 for a one-way ticket. But let's say we want to head to Europe. Let's see, I've been to the UK. I have not been to Italy. So let's see how much a flight to Italy would be. We can go to Rome, Venice, Milan. Let's go to Rome. That sounds cool. And then here it is again, this super cool option. So right now they say the cheapest month is November. So now I'm looking at flights in November, and all of the green ones are ones that are cheapest. So I'm gonna go ahead and look at the green ones real quick. And the cheapest flight and the earliest one, because usually we want to leave as early as possible, is the 16th. Woo, look at that, $3,000. That's the most expensive flight that you can get. And don't be scared whenever that happens, because it takes a while for the really cheap ones to load. No idea why. Alright, so it is loaded. Now you can see that the cheapest flight is $137 right here. But go ahead and note that it says change airport in New York. Now that honestly, you see the price since you see the price. Can you speak? You see the price difference. You see the price difference between the 137 and the 210. Well, because you have to change the airport in New York, one, you have to pay for the cab to get to the next airport, which actually will probably be even more expensive than if you just did the more convenient option. So what we would do is go ahead and do this one, and it's with TAP Air Portugal, which is a good airline. And then let's go ahead and see. I'm going to go ahead and do what I did before and see if it's cheaper on Skyscanner or if it's cheaper on my other search engines that I do. So I want you to go ahead and look at this right here. This is why Skyscanner is so cool, is because the date to fly on Expedia, even though it's more expensive than the one it was on Skyscanner, look at the days next to it. It's nearly $1,000. So that day is truly the cheapest day to fly to Rome. So I mean, it's totally worth it. So I probably wouldn't go with Expedia just because that is a huge difference, about $100 difference. So now let's check Air Portugal. And I always like to hit my dates are flexible, even on this, just because, I mean, you never know. Okay, so $243 to fly with them. And that is actually pretty similar to the one that it was on Skyscanner. Now, whenever I run into this, whenever the prices are relatively similar, I usually go with the airline just because, like, you can get like more benefits by booking through them, and you know who you're booking through. This is the case where I would book through Air Portugal. It was cheaper than Expedia, and since I already have an account with Air Portugal, it'll just keep adding to my miles and my rewards. So that's how I book my flights. I hope that that was clear, or is it clear as mud? I don't know. I really hope that you guys understand what I was trying to do and how you were able to find cheap flights. If you do have any questions about this, please feel free to reach out to me. I will gladly help you find a perfect and cheap flight for your vacation so that you can enjoy it without having to worry about money. Because it is possible, and it just takes a little bit of research. And if you know where to look and you follow what I've put out here, you will be able to find a cheap flight as long as you are flexible. That is the real key. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit subscribe, like it, all those cool things. And actually, while you're at it, go ahead and put in the comments if you'd like to see anything else, any travel tip related type videos. And or if you have any questions or you want me to go further into depth in one of the topics I've already gone on, please go ahead and comment that. I will gladly make a video just for you. So until next time, bye.